Come into the room, family. Come into the room. Welcome. I am the H-Town Vet. I'd like to welcome you to our channel, the place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. We see that the first person that pulled up a chair is Farm Girl Rebel. Thank you for being here. And also MG Smith coming in a close second. Thank you. Let us check our sound. You let us know what you think of it. And we're going to get started, family. Okay? So as I said, I am the H-Town Vet for those that are new to the channel. And I'd like to welcome you here. We appreciate your presence coming in. And our channel is a veteran channel to support veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. You're welcome to live chat. There's a 5-day wait. So we have, say loud and clear. Farm Girl say good evening, MG Smith, and good evening, H-Town. I'm so glad to talk, to connect with y'all, because we want to have I wanted a channel where we were happy to see each other. I didn't want to use gimmicks. I want to bring something different to YouTube that can be done consistently. You know, I didn't want to sound like a used car salesman. So family, we thank you for being here. And we thank you for everything. Y'all speaking to each other. Like I say, stay subscribed 5 days and you'll be able to chat. No trolling allowed here at the channel. Unacceptable, especially given the times that are happening right now where veterans and their benefits are under attack. We you know, people are trying to sully our name. That's the reason I never tolerated trolls or people being disrespectful to veterans at all. Let's do this. If this information has been informative, please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And we see y'all getting those likes up. Thank you so much. Our sister Betty Bob said she wouldn't be here tonight, so we're going to be praying for her. Whatever's going on with her, and we ask God that God bless her. Now, give me a moment. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to clear my throat then. Now, family, let's get started. The topic for tonight is Congress making moves to drop VA ratings between 0 to 100%? So we're going to talk about it. Think about you, Betty. We'll wish you being here tonight. Yes, we'll miss you. We would definitely miss you. She said last time she wouldn't be here, and she did contact behind the scenes, but we just gonna keep her in our prayers. People have obligations. Now, family, the thing of it is, H-Town went all the way through, and I know 2024 exactly how many disabled veterans there were. All right, we're going to go into detail here tonight. And that's what we're talking about. What are they trying to do? And it seems like from the last video we talked about, they're trying to get rid of some ratings and keep others. And we're going to talk about it. They're talking about starting at 70%. Well, ratings from 0 to 100%, that's 2,681,852 veterans. Almost half of all service-connected veterans. Then the other half is from 70 to 100%, which is 3 million. 3,311,114. Had some on my mind now. Didn't want to get my numbers. Now, so we covered statistics before, and we're going to go into statistics. For the year 2024, there were 5,992,967 disabled veterans that had ratings from 0 to 100%. Now, those with a 0% rating, which is non-compensatable, you don't get any money for it, was 0.11% of all disabled veterans. The significance of this rating is that it is the beginning of you being a disabled veteran and a protected status. And you can file for increases. Now, then for 10%, that's when at the time of this video, the amount that you would receive is $175.51 at a 10% rating. There were 14.64% of disabled veterans with that rating of 10%. Now, at this point, you start getting monetary value. So now you start getting compensated. These are compensatable ratings from 10 through 100% in 10% increments. Now, another thing that bothers a lot of people, whether it be Congress, whether it be these so-called veterans that say they don't, that's veteran in name only, that get their disability but don't want other veterans to get it. They have a problem with us having passive income. And this is a big thing that people tend to focus on. And we're going to talk about it. And they're talking about us working and having active income, even in our disabled states. Another problem they have that's not just because it's passive, it's tax-free funds, because they're compensating you for illness that you incurred because of your military service. When we filled out these documents, they say that if, we could be risk of our lives. It's not like a regular job. We could be injured, and they have a responsibility to take care of anything that happens while we're in the military. We're in the contract. We can't just leave the military one day. I don't want to go to work. It doesn't work like that. They have a name for it. It's called AWOL. Now, when it comes to a 20% rating, there are 6.2% of all disabled veterans have a 20% rating. And the current amount is $346.95. We have Brother Charleston coming in saying, "Evening, family, H-Town, Farm Girl, and MG Smith." Family, we so glad to have you here. We appreciate you, and we hope the sound is good. And I hope I'm welcoming enough. I hope so. We're going to get into it now. With a 30% rating, there are 5.6% of disabled veterans with a 30% rating. And the current amount they receive tax-free money is $537.42. This is when you start getting paid for qualified dependents, whether that be a spouse, minor child, helpless child that became helpless before 18, but may be over the age of 18 now, or a dependent parent that there's certain requirements they can't make but so much money, and you have to pay for at least 50% of their living expense. Everybody's speaking. Thank you for that. Now, 40% rating, 5.92% of disabled veterans have a 40% rating, and the current amount is $774.16, which can come in handy. $50 rating, there are 4.78% of disabled veterans with that rating. And the current amount that they pay, now I've had a 50% rating and I've had a 0% rating. And the current amount for a 50% rating is $1,102.04. We have our brother coming in, Benny. We're so glad that you're here. He said, hello, H-Town, vet, and chat family. Yes, indeed. You always bring such a positive spirit in, my brother. And we thank you. I mentioned your names a couple of live streams ago. We're going to stay to the mission of what we're doing, supporting each other and informing each other. Now, 60% rating. There are 7.5% of disabled veterans. This is as of 2024, the whole year. So this is most accurate information. And I crunched the numbers. Yes, I did. And the amount they pay at this rate is $1,000. What they pay for 60% is $1,395.93. Now let's see what our brother's saying. I have a question. Sounds good, H-Town. I have 10% tinnitus, 0% service-connected hearing loss. If they remove 10% rating, will they take also the 0% hearing loss? Make me pay for my hearing aids. So that's called the domino effect or the snowball effect. And we're definitely going to get into that. Yes, if they remove it, it's not just going to affect ratings 60% or lower. This is the starting point. They talking about taking 60 from 0 to 60%. They're also, remember, what if you have a combined rating? And if you have a combined rating and they're all lower than 70%, will they take all those individual ratings that might add up to 100%? It's a slippery slope, and we have to fight it, family. We can't tolerate it. We have to have our voice. Now, 70%. Okay, 70% rating. I've had a 70% rating also. That rating pay, there are 9.10% of disabled veterans with a 70% rating. And the current amount is $1,759.19 at the time of this video. Let us continue. 80%. There are 9.94% of disabled veterans with an 80% rating. And the current amount is $1,759.19. Tax-free money. 90%. There are 10.38% of disabled veterans with a 90% rating, and the current amount is $2,297.96. Who see that as low, given the fact that when you go to 100%, it almost doubles? Do you see that as a low amount? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Let us know. And yeah. So, and the question is Congress making moves to drop VA ratings between 0 to 100%? That's the question. yes, that is a low amount. Because if you're 90% disabled, I think we need to push more for benefits, not less. Now let's go low. 100%. Now this is the spot that's got Congress shook, in my opinion. She say 90%, that's a low amount. 100%. There are 25.83% of disabled veterans with a 100% rating. Now, that could be 100% permanent total from what I'm gathering. That could be a 100% combined rating. That could be 100% scheduler rating. That could be a temporary 100%. That could be any type of 100% or based on unemployability, whether IU or TDIU. And the current amount is $3,831.30. And this is for the veteran alone. There are additional amounts if you have dependents. Now, where we got, somebody say coasted and slipped in on me. Coasted say, hi, Charleston, Betty, Farm Girl Rebel, Benny, MG Smith. Y'all be praying for Betty. Betty had to go take care of some business. She let us know. So, y'all keep her and let her know you care about her. Give her some shout outs. Evening Coast, everybody speaking. Low, I never understood this. It always confused me. It's weird. Yes, indeed. Because it's hard to get from 90% to 100%. You'd almost have to have a disability that's like 50 to 90% to round up to the 100. So if you already got 90%, you're going to have a condition that had at least 50 to 100% to make 100%. I know that don't make sense, but that's VA math. They act like VA math workforce in that video. Not really. And remember, the big issues here, the CHAMP VA healthcare and the Chapter 35 educational benefits for dependents. And this is when the dependents benefits kick in heavy. At 30%, that's when you start getting compensated for them. At 100%, you get these major benefits for each one. Now, family, they've been playing gotcha. The Washington Post is back at it. I didn't even read the article. I've seen information on it. I didn't click on it because I'm not getting them no views. They clickbaiting and hating, and they think they slick. You understand? They playing that gotcha. And we out here, we keeping it right and real on our end. Oh Lord, let me see. Now let's see what's happening now. Okay, now let's talk about it. Here they go again. What did Britney Spears say? I did it again. I gave you my heart. Now look what they say. This they new one. Came out a day or so ago. The unregulated industry that coaches veterans to pile on benefits. Not how, I want to know the percentage of veterans that go to unaccredited claims agents. I would love to know the percentage. Because they act like we all going, listen, if you use if put it like this here, we'll get to it in a second. Because it don't matter what you use. You got a right to use what you want if it's legal. Heaven forbid that veterans seek out help to help them out. Veterans seek out help. Yeah, people to help them out. Yes, heaven forbid if you seek that. They trying to discourage you. We can't let them intimidate us. They trying to make a boogeyman. You understand? They want to make a boogeyman to scare us, or I think it's more diabolical than that. Now, I want to ask you here, put down the number of the one, if they when they talking about these people, who do you think they targeting? What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Are they targeting accredited claims agents? Are they targeting, that's one, are they targeting Accredited lawyers, that's 2, meaning accredited with the VA to be able to help with your claims. Or what about these unaccredited lawyers, number 3? Are they targeting them? Are they? Is this the Washington Post targeting them? Number 4, what about VSOs and state and county governments? That's 5. Number 6, unaccredited claims consultants. Come on, family. Now, look what Charlton says. Sounds like they only want to have veterans, one major disability, no secondaries. I was feeling that same way. I didn't put it in here, but I was going to mention it tonight. Thank you for bringing it up, because I probably would have forgot. You know, they didn't bring up secondaries. They barely want to give you the primary. Come on, let us know, who do you think they're targeting? They did criticize VSOs, but I want to know what y'all think. Now, listen to what Farm Girl Rebel say. My VSO is nice, but was not up to the task. He kept putting me in for crap that I didn't have because he didn't understand the basics of the original injury. Come on now. We gonna talk about it here. We gonna handle it here. See, family, we not giving you no fluff. We gonna give you the knowledge, the information. We gonna tell you the truth here. Now, if you don't want the truth, you can go ahead and roll out. We not getting 10, 20,000 views. It's okay, because we're trying to get the information out. When your truth come, people will follow. You notice we ain't changed the way we do things here since we've started. Now, Charleston say he think they're targeting accredited claims agents. Number 1. Number 2, accredited lawyers. Number 3, unaccredited lawyers. Number 6, unaccredited claims consultants. So you say that they're not really dealing with all the ones that charge money. You something else. I picked up that 3 and 4. Mike said, 3 and 6. MG Smith says that's the unaccredited lawyers and the unaccredited claims agents. So he's focusing more on individuals that are unaccredited. That's who the Washington Post, that's who the Congress is targeting. But they never mentioned the unaccredited lawyers. Benny says 6 unaccredited claims consultants. Now, Farm Girl say 6. Let's talk about it, family. Come on, let's talk about it. So if they are targeting them, why don't they bring them before the government? Why don't they do more talking about them and attacking them, penalizing them? Can they do it? Because have they stopped? Let me ask you this. Have they stopped any of them from helping veterans with their claims? So what are they making all this noise selling wolf tickets for if they try to do it deceased and desist, but it didn't do nothing. These companies kept doing what they want to do. And we're talking also, they went after, Washington Post went after YouTubers also and TikTokers. Come on now. Now listen to what Farm Girl Rebel says. I think they are using the word unaccredited as a bad thing instead of them not being beholden to the government. Now listen, the ones that are beholden to the government, they lose their accreditation all the time. They have lawyers that lose their accreditation. I think in 1 year they had a few thousand that lost their accreditation. Lawyers, accredited claims agents. So they get caught having problems too. Now listen, Charleston says exactly. They want to rig the game, Farm Girl Rebel. So they don't want no level playing field, in your opinion. Let's talk about it. All these buzzwords, family, we about to get into it tonight. H-Town, now haven't I been telling y'all, and I showed y'all going back. Let me ask you this here. Who's the first one to talk about clickbait when it came to veteran channels? Who's the first person you heard talk about clickbait? Let us know, family. I want you to be honest. When it came to these veteran channels and them using the buzzwords and the hype words and I can get you this and that, who's the first one you heard talking about clickbait? I heard you, Charleston, and raised you 100%. Oh, they using the hype words, or y'all using the hype words in the chat. When y'all heard about clickbait when it comes to veteran channels, where did you hear that first? Come on, talk to me. I want y'all to be real. Benny say you. Farm Girl say right here. I want you to be real now. Farm Girl quit playing poker as my shipmate saw my hand in her glass, in my glass. Oh, Lord. You, MG Smith said you. Y'all cut up, boy. Yes, indeed. You know this gonna mean a lot to her that y'all bring her up Betty Bob's because she couldn't make it. And she told me, and she's so committed to the channel, y'all don't know how much she does. And she checked in with me. And I sent a message. I you know, my email kind of slow, but I got it back to her today. She keep us posted. So you know, she want me to share. She should be coming back. She just had to take care of some business. You know how life is. Now, family, I told y'all about that clickbait, right? Now, look, here we go. Easy 100%. This one of the people that they had when they had these little images of stuff. From what I remember, this is one of the people that was up there. Now, he throwing everybody under the bus now. He back and forth, attacking veterans and saying this here with some stuff right, just dancing around. I've been trying to tell him stay away from that clickbait. He's saying don't talk about 100% now. Well, they talk about it. What did I say in my video? We make it easy, 100% guaranteed. But I made sure at the bottom, that's clickbait. There's no guarantees. Some conditions don't even have 100% rating. All you're doing is putting the telescope on us. You're putting the binoculars on us. You drawing attention, trying to get clicks, views, and different people. And I'm not just talking about that part. I'm talking about all of them that's doing this here. We got to be careful with this because this makes it hard for all of us. Not really, because I'm gonna stand on business over here. I can stand by everything I say. I stand by my word. Here go another one. When I said stop the clickbait, this a couple of days ago, not clickbait. If you gotta say it's not clickbait, and I'm not telling y'all not to watch people, I'm saying it's just not a good look. Just stop clickbaiting. See, they watch me. You understand? Come on now, cut it out. This is not clickbait. Okay. Now, another person that they mentioned, and they were horrible in the way they treated Combat Craig in the article, this new article. They targeted a man that can't defend himself. And I want to thank the Salty Marine for what he said and how he spoke up. It makes me feel good that somebody is out there that I'm not the only voice, and it makes me feel good. And I know there's others too. We have to start standing together so we know we're not the only ones, fam. You understand? I may never speak to Salty Marine a day in my life, but I support what you're doing as long as you're doing the right thing. And I feel you feel the same way about anybody that's doing what they supposed to do. I respect that. But listen, when they use terms like jack up your rating, 60% rating, jack up your rating. Jack mean, where I come from in the hood, that means like robbing somebody. You gonna jack them for their car, for their Jordans, you know, tennis shoes. Come on now, we gotta watch the language. Coasty say me. I've been telling them we see everybody running and scrambling. You know this H-Town ain't running and scrambling nowhere. You know who I'm worried about? We got our benefits. They trying to keep all these young people from getting theirs. We can't cower out. We gotta hold the flag up until these youngins get up here where they can get their mind straight And we don't want the benefits to be closed off by the time they get to it. A lot of people say, I got mine. I'm going to go somewhere and die now. Go hide under the rock until I die. No, you can't hide. When you hide, they'll come look for you. No. Now listen, it is sadly true. I think Clay and I don't know who these are, both some word, but the thumbnails is cringeworthy. I don't know the names, so I ain't gonna say the names. Okay, but I get you. I don't know people's names, but here we go. Now, they did dirty. That was disgusting and a cheap shot. Yeah, they did Combat Craig dirty. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they talked about listen. Yeah, Combat Craig was in a combat zone. They talking about he was in Turkey. Well, Turkey is in the combat zone right by Iraq. You in a combat zone, you can be a combat veteran. Everybody that's in a combat zone may not have physical conflict with the enemy. Most people don't. We all part of the mission. I could not have done anything if they didn't bring ammo to the front. I could not have done anything if they didn't bring fuel. You know how brave somebody has to do to drive a fuel truck to a battle line? Are you insane? I'm in a big steel tank. They in a vehicle that's like a big match, like a bottle of gasoline. And all they got is an M16 on them, maybe a 45. You understand? Or 9mm. So we thank all of them. They saved my life. If they didn't get us food, we'd have starved. Thank you for all of us. All of us was there picking, separating people. That's right. Rest in peace, Combat Craig. Yes, they did him dirty. They tried to bring up the woman that was there at his house, talking about she said he was doing drugs and stuff. Well, they didn't do no drug test on him. They like to sully our name. Can you imagine if they doing him like this, what they think of us? You understand? They'll swear up and down that H-Town was, somebody said I was doing this. They need to file charges against them. They need to get them for defamation. I don't even use no drug. They'll say I was drunk or something. I don't even drink. You know I was drinking because I've been fighting right before I died. You know if I was drinking because I've been fighting some tall person. But nah, you ain't gonna do this brother like this. Nah, everybody struggle. Oh, they tried to bring up he had these problems in the military. We all had some problem in the military. And some of our command had problems. We had to deal with them. Now, H-Town, real patriots still support the Constitution, Declaration of Equality. Yes, indeed. That's what I like about the military. You had a few jokers here and there, but I went to a place because I didn't grow up. Y'all hear me talk about race a little bit, but I didn't grow up dealing with no race stuff because I was my neighborhood. For the most part, I ain't nobody come bother us. We didn't know about I didn't know about race until like when Roots came out, and then we realized some of the dudes were saying slick stuff, and we've been knocking them upside the head because they didn't tell us what about slavery. Nothing. Our family. I born in '68. We were just living our life. So I would go certain places and have people saying slick stuff. I didn't know what they was talking about until I saw Roots. And then people got the people's elbow. Some of them got them people's elbow talking slick. Yeah, Roots changed the game. Now listen, M.G. Smith say, wow. Oh, wow, I had heard that about Combat Craig. They got his house. They videotaping his house. They videotaping down where he fell down the basement. And, they try to say somebody harmed him. They just put out all kind of stuff. They trying to sensationalize our life. They try to say, look, if they get the money, look what they do with it. That man wasn't bothering nobody. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was at his house. Many people, heck, I almost fell off a ladder. And you know what they say? Now, here's the thing. A lot of you may not know. They were also dealing with Hill and Punt. He was connected to them. I wonder if they standing up for him. Did you know that? And at one time, he was connected to VA Insider, VA Claims Insider. Did you know that? He kind of moved away from them when they filed them charges against him. Did you know that? I'm telling you the game now. I remember that. But yeah, so if he's you selling his name, why you ain't saying nothing about the lawyers? Why you just picking and choosing? If people are collaborating, you understand what I'm saying? Why is just the veteran you picking on? Now the brother with the swab there, VA Claims Insider, he he did his own little video. They smeared you again? He talking about himself. Yeah, man. But here's the thing, fam. He put out good information, but what y'all have to learn not to do. Remember, I brought this up before. Back pain secrets. Ain't no secrets. Secrets mean that that's some kind of backroom deal. Either you got the evidence or you don't. You're supposed to say back pain evidence. Remember, that's what they didn't like about what I was saying. You know, that's what Mr. Expert didn't like. I said, ain't no secrets. Didn't I come out saying that, family? Didn't I come out? Those you remember me, I say, ain't no secrets. Ain't no quick, easy, fast way to do it. It's evidence backed up by VA law. Did I not say it? Now the people that's talking about secrets, that's you better get to stop doing this. Now everybody trying to explain. That's what we say in the black community. Not explain, but explain. Man, listen, I want y'all to be out of helping people. Watch what come out of your mouth. Watch how you present yourself, because they're going to use it against us. And I don't like that they attacked Combat Craig. Yeah, that was disrespectful that they said that about him. Yeah, we need to be outraged, because Combat Craig died, easy target, rest in peace. He's not here to defend himself. That's what, man, that's why, I agree with a lot of stuff when Salty Marine really encourages me. That's how I feel. How you going to kick a man that's not here to defend himself? Just be quiet. Whatever I had to say, I said how I felt about people when they was here. I ain't saying I won't say nothing, but it wasn't nothing I ain't say why they was here. Now, if it's something we can learn, but you gonna trash the man? No. You gonna trash the woman? No. Now look, here go the other one. See this now look, this the man put out a lot of good information, him and his organization. He put out a lot of information, VA Claim Insider. But when you say crush your VA CMP exam for PTSD, that makes it sound like like what you call it, an energy drink commercial or something. The problem is they can do this, but we get the backlash. Yeah, we ain't gonna let them do Combat Craig like that. No. Come on, that man wasn't harming nobody. He wasn't harming nobody. Man, we coping and dealing with our problems. Good evening, H-Town. This is from Rose City D. Look at Rose City in the house. Say good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. Come on, family. We coming in on fire tonight. You hear me? We telling the truth, but we ain't trashing none of the veterans, the organizations. We telling them, watch how you put information, because I'm going to tell you what they're doing, why I'm bringing it up like this. Everybody's speaking to Rose City D, and he's speaking back. Yes, indeed. See, y'all can do that, some of you big channels, and y'all have organizations, and we appreciate the knowledge, because I've learned so much from VA Claim Insider. I've learned a lot from a lot of the other ones. I got to give it. I've learned, they gave me the game, but you got to watch how you package your information. Am I right? Now you say, he provided a lot of knowledge to veterans, gave them courage to fight for their benefits. Yes, he did. If you're talking about Combat Craig and even this brother here, he's out of Austin. What's up, Rose City D? He don't care. They put an indictment against him. He kept on, hey guys, I'm here. He said, but see, we got to be careful, because they'll come after us if they can't touch them. Come on now, I'm about to break it down. See, because they got legal teams. We don't. Huh? They doing stuff where they might be making money, and they can have a legal team to fight against these lawyers and different things. We ain't got that kind of stuff. They can bully us around, huh? They can say we're gonna reduce you and all this. So where many of you YouTubers, y'all can be out here saying stuff. The problem is you got you legal team and we don't. See, you making the block hot. That's the problem. Y'all need to tone your words down. That's why I always talk the way I do. Now, I don't have the most sexy delivery. You understand? But I'm putting out the information and they can't say nothing. It's tight, right, and concise. You understand? What I'm putting out, it may be boring, but it is the truth. It's all the truth. I ain't never told you get anything fast. I said sometimes claims will go faster than others. You don't know. There's so many variables involved. It depends on when you submit the claim, how you prepared the claim, who's going to be adjudicating your claim, all that. What time of the year it is, all that. So you ain't nobody got no control of that. Now, Rose City D say, question, does anybody have Champ VA? What are your thoughts about it? I think it's excellent. I think Champ VA is excellent. You need to use it. They'll say they'll charge you a copay. They ain't never charge us no copay. They pretty much cover everything. You can take it everywhere. You hear what I said? Yes, my wife has Champ VA. It goes for your spouse, your children that qualify dependents, either under 18 or 18 and over in school. They have to do a school verification form. Let's talk about it. They making the block hot with all these get rich quick things. They're sounding like that. Now, I haven't signed up yet, but plan to do so. Do it soon for my husband. Please do that. Please do it soon, because I remember one veteran, his wife had a rare illness. Did you hear what I said? She had a rare illness and the Champ VA couldn't do it, and they covered just about everything. So I told him to go to the VA hospital and tell them you need one of the VA hospitals to operate on your wife. It was like a $40,000 procedure. And it was just a rare thing that wasn't covered. And they covered pretty much everything. They did it at the VA hospital. He thanked me for it. So remember, 18 and over dependents. Yeah, 18 over dependents have to have the school verification that are out of high school. If they're still in high school, that's good. You just got to verify they're still in high school if they're 18. Now, Rose City D says, thanks. I am thinking about using Champ VA as a secondary insurance for my old lady. You don't think about it. You sign up now. You get the application, you fill it out. Don't think about it. You need to have it, because what they're going to do, they're going to act as a rider. Whatever your other insurance doesn't cover, they're going to cover. And I don't think you're going to even get and usually you can just use that Champ VA. That was awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Now it took 4 months to get the benefit package. So you need to request that and get it online. So you don't wait too long, and then go ahead and submit it. It's going to take a while. You need to show that you're permanent total. You say they should have that. No, call them. That 1-800 number for Champ VA. They're going to make sure of it. God bless. My daughter had a situation where she had to get an exam to make sure everything's all right. $30,000 covered by Champ VA. And she just went to one of the emergent care things. Did you hear me? Oh, Lord. Didn't mean to do that. Give me a second, family. We doing good here. We ain't going to let nothing turn us around. Family, we doing this thing. I want them to be, like you see, you notice I'm not beating up on nobody. I just want us to be careful, because we don't want nobody making the block hot. And that's what we say in the hood, meaning when you bringing people around that's drawing attention from them people, from them folks, from the popo. And they gonna come down on all of us, whether or not we doing wrong or not. Everybody gonna get hemmed up. So what I'm telling you, other content creators, stop being selfish. And I want you to think of how it affects everybody. When I started this channel, my first thing was to do no harm. You understand? Good to know, MG Smith. Y'all need to sign up for it now and watch our video on Champ VA. We got one, 37 minutes. Question: what conditions rate you over 100% automatic? I mean, over 60% automatic. What do you mean over 60% automatic? I don't know if any start that high. I don't know what you mean by automatic. Tell me what you mean by that, brother. Rose CDD. See that's why I love you guys. Helping each other is key, and I thank you all. See, that's what happened when we respecting each other, loving each other, and being there for each other. Love you too, brother. ALS is automatic, presumptive, and 100% sad disease. Okay, yeah. Like prostate cancer is if you had it, that's automatic. If you have prostate cancer and you in Vietnam, that's automatic 100%. Until that's a temporary 100% until you have the surgery to remove your prostate. So I'm glad y'all get my mind, because I like, what are you talking about? And now I'm understanding, yes. And then they're gonna reduce you but pay you for the residuals. Then you can file for an increase. Love is in the house. Yes, indeed. Family, we doing this thing. Watch out making the. Now, y'all remember when I showed you this here? The problem is everybody out for themselves what they can get on this thing. Veterans need to not just be here to get their benefits. We got to be on code. I got to make sure I don't say anything that's going to harm the family. See, when y'all saw me putting this up a year ago and a year and a half ago, I knew what was coming because I know the game. I'm from the streets of Houston. So when people making the block hot, somebody going to catch a straight. You understand? Let's talk about it. Now, listen, we have veteran 31PB says, my 3-year-old dependent is in the process on step 1 in the claim process. Does he automatically get a TRICARE card in the mail or what? Yeah, they're going to get a TRICARE. You're going to get one on their behalf. Now you say TRICARE, or you talking about Champ VA? Or do you qualify for TRICARE yourself? Let us know. Now you gotta let us know, because TRICARE. So listen, let me explain this. If you're a retiree and you receive TRICARE and you become 100%, so meaning you're a retiree, you got 20 credible years, or you got out the military with TRICARE less than 20 years, but you have TRICARE, and you become 100% disabled veteran, you're gonna get TRICARE, not Champ VA. They override. They're not going to get both. They're going to keep you with TRICARE. Okay, is that clear? Yes, I do. I'm 100% permanent total. Or do you qualify for TRICARE though? If you try to qualify for TRICARE, you'll only get TRICARE. If you don't qualify for TRICARE, your dependents will get Champ VA, but not you. Okay. So everybody show love to veteran 31 PB. Now, Farm Girl Rebel says, evening, veteran. Sorry, I don't know. Yes, indeed. Now, and everybody showing love. This is what we do here. We easy going, laid back, get what you need, come when you can. Now, but all this, let's be honest with you, all that stuff them focusing on the YouTube channels of veterans, focusing on the unaccredited claims agents and other VSOs and attacking them. That's all a deflection, a smoke screen, so that the truth cannot be seen. You know who they really after? You know who they really after? Because they not talking about censoring them. You know what they talking about doing? Huh? They going after us veteran. They vilifying us. Huh? They talk about them, but they trying to take our benefits. They're not trying to take nothing from these people. They taking them from us. Trajectory medical, they $200-300 million a year. Go look at the video. I ain't showing you the clip last time. Yeah. They ain't stopping them. They coming after our benefits. Now, he said, good evening. Yes, my medical bills have been getting paid by TRICARE. Okay, so you will continue to get TRICARE, so you won't be able to get both. All right. See, with TRICARE, you can use it and your dependents. With Champ VA, only your dependents can use it, not you. So that's the way it overrides. So, fam, we got to be careful. That's why several people had to get blocked when they got 100% or claim to get 100% or talking about they can give people 100%. Those are the ones get blocked because they get the big head and they want to come in and clown. No, you got to start your own channel or we have a block party. And I wait good till they ain't expecting it. That's how I like to do it. Here's the problem. Now, I did this a year and a half ago or so. Unfair advantage or veteran entitlement. Our benefits set us apart, but it also makes us a target. You understand? It makes us a target where other people say, I don't have that health care. My kids don't get that education. I got to pay taxes on my income. Well, what they eat don't make me fat, so why they worried about what I'm doing? Why they put water washing up and all our business out there? We need to start complaining. See, it ain't just the non-military civilians hating. It ain't just your co-workers, because a lot of veterans are working. If you don't have 100%, that you can work. It's Congress. And some of Congress members have 100%, or they disable veterans with a zero. I know most of them got more than 0%. Remember, we saw in the video where they would admit to being service connected and don't look like nothing wrong with them, still getting that $400,000 or $500,000 from Congress and getting that tax-free money from the VA, but trying to cut our benefits at the same time. You understand? See, they problem because we can sleep and get this money. See, they got to work because they got a higher lifestyle. We learn how to work with what we got. They don't like that we don't have to go to work, so they trying to treat it like we welfare queens over here. You understand? Like they need to get us back out there in the workforce because we got too comfortable. We don't have no wars right now, so we don't need them anyway. But like they say, Salty Marine said, what are you saying to the young people that want to join the military? Come on now. Now, remember, if they try to take our percentages from 0 to 60%, this will also affect state benefits, some of them, because some of them you get for just being a disabled veteran, whether it be financial incentives, they don't give it, it's just financial incentives, they don't give you money, educational programs, recreation, veterans, dependents, transportation, or employment. So most of them are going to be all right unless they're connected to your disability. If you get certain things based on VA disability, you get a lower rating. So the state incentive programs, and several states have them, is to provide financial incentives to veterans and dependents in the form of state exemptions, waivers, and other programs. They're not giving you money most of the time. They're just giving you incentives because they want you to come there and use that VA check because they know that's a steady paycheck. They're getting something out of it too. Come on now. Am I making sense? Come on now. Now, at the state level, now we're not talking, we're kind of jumping back to state. You just have to have an honorable discharge in most cases. The character of service must be an honorable discharge. Sometimes general under honorable conditions. And who qualifies? Well, if you're just honorably discharged and you're not a disabled veteran, the honorably discharged veteran gets certain things. Here in Texas, you can buy property, things like that. Dependents of honorably discharged veterans. My Hazelwood Act educational benefit, I can transfer it to my daughter. But because I'm a disabled veteran, my Hazelwood Act, I get my own 150 credit hours for school. And because she's a dependent of a disabled vet, I'm at 100%, of course, I'm talking about. She get her own 150 credit hours. That's how she was able to finish school. Got her master's degree, and I thank God for it. And all of you and your family members, take care of them youngins and your spouses and whoever else in your family that you're raising. Remember, you don't get no money at the state level. But here's the thing. If they start taking our benefits, and with this article from the Washington Post and the movement that's going on in Congress, this can affect us having our property tax exemption. And I'm telling you, in Texas, it's a big deal. If you have a house that's $400,000, you saving about almost $800 a month. And if you have $1 million house, you saving way more. You saving about $1,000 just in taxes. Come on, fam. So they gonna have a domino effect on you. You understand? Now, listen, I believe when they had this gentleman up there that this is a trap. This is an ambush that they put on us. Now, look, need to step out and give my horse her evening medications. Okay. Bri, be right back. Okay, we'll be right here. Now, okay, she was the first one in, Farm Girl Rebel. They sitting here dangling stuff in front. You know what they gonna do? They gonna come up with all these job programs, fam. They gonna come up with all these job programs, and they gonna say, listen, you know what they told me? I'm gonna come up on the screen. I'm gonna tell you what they did. When they sent me my award letter from 100%, I was in bad shape. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's why I had to stop. I stopped working when the year was over, and I couldn't work. My doctor, under the advisement of my doctor, he told me not to go back to work. My VA doctor. You understand? Because I ain't think I really had a problem like that. But apparently he saw something as my psychiatrist. And, you know, some stuff had happened at work. And co-workers reckless eyeballing me. And you know how that go. Now, that's why Texas is the #1 in veteran populations. That's been verified now. Come on now. Remember, we put that out, right? Didn't we verify that about 2 videos ago? Now, listen. What was I talking about? Oh boy, I forgot. This is what they tried to do to me. They sent me my award letter, and they told me in that award letter that they would pay me 100% for a whole year. I'm not making this up. And I could go back in to work teaching, and they would have me a social worker on site, and I could get paid my full teacher pay and my full VA disability. Did you hear what I just told you? I couldn't risk that. My mental capacity, I didn't want to, man, look, them youngers don't need to see me dragging no teacher around the hallways, because that's what I was about to do, drag them around the hallway. My students don't need to see nothing like that. So I got give me my medicine. Do you see what they try to do? That's that bait. So they give me the teach, then they say, oh, stamp, he healed. Back to work. Hopefully I don't have any kind of meltdown, right? Cutting my benefits off, but they keep theirs in Congress, right? So this big thing with Gade, this individual that they had before Congress, employment, all the Congress people other than what's her name? Gilbert. She the only one spoke up, and we're gonna watch her video one day, her clip. I can't say her name right. We went over her before. They trying to get all us back to work because they say you don't want to be a professional veteran, a professional disabled veteran is what they really want to say. Get back to work. This is their goal. Well, they really just want to pay for the most severe conditions, not for low severity. But I think they need to pay for anything that limits you in any type of way. They only looking at like a flat rate. Who else does that? The Social Security Administration. Social Security. It's either you're totally disabled or you're not. Now, Charleston says, well, Congress made welfare to work. Now it makes veterans get off but to work. Do you see what they're doing here? That's her name, Duckworth. Thank her. She's the only one that stood up for us in the video in Congress. That's why he said, I wish I could have talked to her. She didn't have to talk to him. She came, said what she had to say, and she rolled up out of there. She did it like she did it like a G. She didn't owe him no explanation. He wanted to debate with her. That Dr. Gade. They went to West Point. Ain't nothing wrong with West Point. But if you're leading with all your credentials and everything you say out your mouth is opposite of what a veteran should be saying, who owns Washington Post? Now we got to get to the bottom of that. Who owns Washington Post and who is he friends with? They say he's friends with Senator Tuberfield. The one was up there. They say Gad is friends with Senator Tuberfield. It might have some business there. I'm not for sure. Allegedly. Okay. So they want to be like that, where it's all or none. They don't want to be percentage. They want you either. This is what I think they're working toward, in my opinion. They want VA disability to not be in 10% increments that you get paid for the severity. Either you're totally disabled or you're not. That's why they want to start at 70 to 100. They want to drop from 60 to 0. They want to drop that all together and make you work. But most people are already working with those ratings. All or none. But here's the problem. Even with Social Security, they always cutting Social Security benefits. So guess what might happen to our VA compensation? It might get cut too. Huh? So if they put us in this trick bag, if we go along with this type of foolishness, everybody say, check one, check one. So love to check one, check one. Now let's go. Let's continue. Now he is. Oh, Smiley in the house. But we got to stay on him. Smiley. Huh? Daniel M. Gade, PhD, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, injured, and slipped up and kind of said he was a disabled veteran last time, didn't he? Didn't he slip up? But he want to cut our benefits. They saying, hello, check my Smiley. After he said all that horrible stuff about us, he smiled over at the senator. Good job. They trying to make new rules, family. And I want y'all to understand, listen to what I'm telling you. They're trying to make new rules for our VA disability. We can't let them change nothing. The only thing they need to change is make it easier for us to get it. We can't let them they want to push us in the corner. They want to push me in the corner and make me talk bad about my fellow veteran like I'm some wimp or something. Huh? They want me to be, don't take my benefits. What about them over there? Nah, man. I ain't the toughest person in the world, but ain't nowhere to hide. That's why I say we all have to be on code. They trying to conquer and divide. They trying to use greed. They trying to I got mine, forget everybody else. No, we got to look out for these young people that was messed up by these later wars. Huh? The second Iraq war. What's the other one they went to? Afghanistan and other places. No, they owe them. Now listen, I think the more Republican Congress cut from us because the rich Americans are so greedy. Yeah, I think they're trying to get that because we're the 5th largest budget. All right. Disabled veterans and all our benefits, disabled too. It's never enough for them. No, they don't like that we getting. This is something that was in our contract, family, that we're supposed to get these benefits. So we're gonna file the money tonight. Now let me tell you something here. H-Town broke down every single disabled veteran for 2024, every last one of them, how many it is to the one. I went over this math over and over. Did you hear me? Follow the money, family. What do they want to do with our money? They trying to cut the money. They not trying to cut the YouTubers. They barking at them, but they going for our money. They barking at the unaccredited claim agents, but they going for our money. They talking to them, but they won't talk to us veterans. They scared to talk to us because they know how that's gonna make them look. They talk nice about us, but then have people come up talking foul. You supposed to be my friend, right? But you got a dude that do nothing but talk greasy about me. You sitting up there listening to him. What kind of friend are you to me? I'm supposed to be your homie, and you letting this dude talk greasy. Man, I'm cool with both of y'all. No, you ain't cool with me. Roll off. Uh-oh, H-Town broke it down. Did you hear me? Are you listening to me? I want y'all to listen here. I got it broke all the way down to statistics, every dime, almost every penny. I want you to listen to me. Let me see if it works over here. It ain't gonna move. So when it comes, we broke down the percentages, ain't but like point less than 1% have a 0% rating, and they don't pay for that. 10% rating. All right. There's like over about 700, 800,000 veterans with a 10% rating. We talked about that, right? Look how much they spend. That's why they want to get rid of tinnitus, because that's a 10% rating, right? They spend $153,987,900,908. Let me say it again. $153,987,209 a month for people that have a 10% rating. For those that have a 20% rating, I want you to follow me now. They spend $128,000. Now let me correct this again. $128,914,130. That's what they spend every month for people with a 20% rating. Now, those with a 30% rating, they spend $180,361,377. Come on now. Now it's about to start. When they get to the 50 and the 60, that's why they want to make that the cutoff. Look how much they throwing out. Oh, did you say that's why they want tinnitus? They spend a lot of money on tinnitus. They want to knock that off. Now let's go to 50%. Before I get to 50, let me read what my brother's saying. Charleston. Because tinnitus is all in the head, so it's easy to deny. Ask Sean Ryan. You think they're going to take his away? Shout out to the Special Forces. Now, 50%. Every month, they pay $315,694,787. I calculate this, added and balanced it, and make sure it's right. Now 6%, this is the cutoff they want to make now. They want to all that money from 60 back down to 10. They want to cut it off where you just started 70. Follow me now. 60%, they pay $620 $7,432,845. Oh boy, that's where they want to knock it off and put y'all back to work from now. Now listen to this, going up to 70%. Lord, look how much they pay for 70%. Every month they pay disabled veterans $959 million, almost $1 billion, $391,858. Almost $1 billion every month they spend for 70%. Well, don't stop there. For 80%, they pay over $1 billion. They pay $1,218,143,017. Wow, what do they pay for 90% every month? Remember, 100% is like 26% of all disabled veterans. So the number showing you how many veterans it is, the red to the right, how many veterans. We went over that in detail earlier, but I didn't want to do two sets of numbers to confuse you. Now let's go with the 100%. Did we do 90%? Did I do 90% already? Let me know if I did 90%. I think I did. Did I do 90% already? I forgot. Somebody tell me. Say yes. Did I cover 90% already? Say a billion is a F-35. They lose one every month. Wow. So that ain't nothing to them. That's pocket change. He say he lose one of them every month. Now 100%, they spend every month for 100%, $5,913,787,267. That was in the year 2024. That's a full year. Come on now. What y'all think of that? H-Town broke this down myself. I came up with this. I want to give y'all the right information. You remember, he was talking all about his opinion. H-Town bring you the numbers. Come on now. Now, they want to start off at 70%, starting. I say they because they wouldn't have him say that. He said, well, I'm not saying it's going to be this, but if you started off at 70%, now guess what that would knock off? Now, follow me here. That would knock off everybody from 0 to 60%. They would lose their percentage. That would be people, that would be 2,681,853 veterans that are disabled. They just want to clear you out the rack. That's almost half, about 40% of all disabled veterans. Close to half. And that would just leave the remaining veterans with ratings from 70 to 100%, 3,311,114 veterans. What's going on here? They want 70% to be the starting point. It ain't easy getting a 70% rating. That's what they were saying in Congress, and what none of those congressmen pushing back. So they must agree with this so-called expert who didn't have no expertise, no charts, wasn't showing that, just his opinion. A whole bunch of gobbledygook. Uh-oh. So Dr. Gay proposal is this. He want to knock off those with a rating from 0 to 60% and want you to go back to work. How much would they save them every month? $1,681,047,929. Woo! They save every month. They knock off almost 45% of all disabled veterans. It ain't just the money they knock off, it'd be your benefits that you get. And if you had a 30% rating high, you won't get money for your dependents. Come on now. How y'all feel about that? I ain't trying to make you mad, but I want y'all to know the truth, what we up against. So the problem is veterans that had a 0% to 60% rating, they work anyway. Most veterans work up to, I was working. Who are you in here? You know people that have a rating under 100% and they still work. You ain't got to say it's you unless you want to. But yes, I worked. I worked all the way up to 50%. I worked up to 50%. I worked up to 50%, and then things got bad, and I got 70% in two months. Thank God for that. Now they want you to have a full-time job. What if people already have a full-time job? Veterans got a full-time job now, so you're just gonna drop their benefits. It's hard to make it even with a full-time job, family. We're gonna go into that, given the situation of the economic situation, the climate right now. See, the goal is to have this domino effect. See, they have more than one goal. They trying to kill more than one bird with one stone. Come on now. See, they say, oh, it's time for you to get a new job. So if your job ain't helping you enough, because we about to get you off this disability from 0 to 60%, and we want you to find a job that has a good salary, good benefits, job security, close to home. Come on now. Where you gonna find that right now, given your disabilities? And if they ask you if you're disabled, you gotta tell them. Come on now. Why did you leave your last job? I had PTSD. How that's gonna go? Now, right now, your federal job preferences won't even help you if you got back in the work market, because the federal jobs are doing what? So your federal preference won't even help you get a federal job, because that's all kind of chaos right now. Am I right? Is H-Town tying it? See, these are all my videos. I've been telling y'all this the whole time. I've been yelling it because ain't nobody else telling it. Now, I've worked since 1981 with a rated disability, just didn't file until 2019. Look at all the money I saved them. Yes, and they don't have no gratitude for that. You saved them, I saved them years of money. How many years was it before y'all filed y'all first claim, family? After you got out the military, how many years was it? I told y'all before you got your first disability, or you filed for your disability. Let me see. But I want to say it was about 12 or 13 years for me. It was about 13 years before after I got out. 13 years before I started getting before I got any disability. File right off the back, I filed, okay. Before I got any disability, I may have filed a claim before that in 1999, but it was I didn't start getting paid for it until 13 years later, and that was through back pay, the effective date. See, fam, they want you to go out here and find a job. Is this a time to go 15 years for Benny? I'm sorry, I was kind of confusing with the question. Yeah, they want you to go out here, given the fact that they laying off. Remember, we can't go work for the VA or nothing, or in the federal government. They cutting jobs, and Doge cut jobs, and then the Secretary of VA was talking about getting rid of thousands of people working for the VA and the hospital and the claim department. Now they can shut down the government. Come on, fam. Where we gonna find a job at? The government shut down? Huh? They not providing all the services to us. This is a snowball effect they're trying to do on our benefits, and we're gonna break it down. Guess what they're trying to do? One, they want to get rid of the public DBQ, where you can't go to outside doctors. That's why they keep talking about these doctors doing it wrong. Some of the CMP doctors that the VA send you to do it wrong. Do they reprimand them? Remember, they had removed the public DBQ around the time of the pandemic. Remember that? and people complain, then they put it back up because it's supposed to have the same weight as a CMP exam. You go get your private doctor to fill one out, as long as they have the credentials, fill it out properly, based on the evidence. They should look at all the evidence that that CMP doctor would look at. That way you can have it legit. Now, okay, if they gonna get rid of 0 to 60%, so all of us that did CMP exams that the VA sent us to, does that mean that those CMP exams are invalid now? How can this person just walk up, sit down in a seat, and start barking what we shouldn't get? Why? He getting his benefits. Dr. Gade, see, let me tell you something. The main thing, the way you stay out of trouble dealing with anybody, look what we got on the screen. Whether you dealing with an outside doctor, you dealing with a private consultant, you need to make sure 4 things the VBA looks for on the DBQs. What are the rating percentages for claimed injury? Each percentage rating is based on symptoms. So you need to know the rating percentages. Like when it comes to mental health conditions, they think they got rid of a 0. It's either going to be a 10, a 30, a 50, a 70, or 100. 5 ratings. Some of them, they don't go up to 100. I think migraines go up just to 50. It's about 2 or 3 of them. So you need to know and have the proper DBQ so you do it right. You understand? Make sure it's filled out on the right DBQ based on your symptoms. Number 2, does your DBQ, which is a disability benefits questionnaire, and other medical evidence reflect an increased severity based on symptoms getting worse? Come on now. Y'all better look over this information. Number 3, this is what keep you out of trouble with that VA and these congressmen and all these people. If you got people doing stuff, they say, we can get you one without you even seeing a doctor. Hogwash, that's foolishness. Number 3, did the doctor review your complete claim file, VA medical records, which includes your VA medical records, your military records, and other relevant documents like your personnel file and other things like that, private medical records too, when completing the DBQ. Number 4, is the disability benefit questionnaire, DBQ, complete, including doctor credentials and contact information? There was people so-called helping veterans, giving them nexus letters and DBQs without the doctor's signature or contact information. That's garbage. Now listen to what he's saying. Where is Pastor Dougie at? He should speak up. They attacking us, making us victims. He said we weren't victims. He using the same terminology. They beating up. He ain't said nothing, huh? Now, temporary ratings. I think that's what they're trying to get to. They want all of us to have temporary ratings, family. Even so you have a 70 to 100, I think they want to make it temporary. Follow me here. So I think they want to be a temporary rating because remember, they're trying to remember what not Dr. Gade said, what the Ryan G guy said from the Veteran of Foreign Wars, that we shouldn't get Champ VA in Chapter 35. That's what makes you 100% permanent and total. Take that away, it's a temporary rating. So is your TDIU. So now the temporary ratings is temporary 100%. I think they want us to have that and a IU, which is individual unemployability. Because they're saying these conditions fluctuate. Just like you go to Social Security every year to get an exam, I think they want to set it up where we get exams. See, I can see where they're going with this thing. I noticed that Pastor Doug is quiet. Fluctuate, when your condition fluctuate, that makes it temporary where they got to reevaluate you all the time, family. Come on now. So they'll set you up for periodic reexaminations, either every 3 to 5 years. They don't do that with permanent conditions. No. So look, temporary ratings due to Condition may improve. That's with IU. Reevaluation in 3 to 5 years. That's individual unemployability. Or with temporary 100% scheduler, or after corrective surgery, they pay you for the residual injury. All right. Dougie is too quiet. Yes, some ain't right. He should be speaking up for us. I thought he was our representative, the secretary of the VA. Why he ain't saying that? He talks all the other time. So with a temporary 100%, you may have a knee replacement, or you might have prostate surgery, and it once you have the knee replacement, they're going to pay you for, I think it used to be the rehabilitation time for the knee surgery was a year. Now they got it as 4 months. You're absolutely right, Farm Girl. You rebel. Yes, indeed. See, we have questions. We don't have to be afraid here. We speaking truth to power here. They want us to all get quiet somewhere and they can attack us separately. No, we unify here. Now, so with temporary ratings, when the condition improves, they will lower your rating. You know, with other people, it's different. More money, more problems. I mean, what to say? I forget how I used to say that. All right, now let's see what we got here. Charlton say, I'm cool with the periodic examination. My next physical primary is in December, being 2 years since. Yes, but we want you to get up, to the proper rating for your other conditions. Now, when it comes to these permanent ratings that we're talking about, there's two of them. 100% permanent total and TDIU being pretty much the same thing. TDIU, there are work restrictions, including you have to work in a sheltered environment and you can't make over the poverty level. Most people that have TDIU don't work. Most people that have 100% permanent total, I don't think they work either. Now, let's see. Now, so when a condition is permanent, it don't mean that it will never improve. Listen, it just means it's static, not likely to improve significantly over the remainder of a veteran's life. No future exam scheduled. That don't mean that they won't do one. It ain't none scheduled. Now listen to Benny. Benny say, Doug is acting like a paid hush man. Ain't it? Now, y'all notice something when Dr. Gay was talking. So remember, I went over this here. Look at the ones that he brought up. Anybody remember when we heard Dr. Gay talking, what conditions did he bring up? Put the numbers in the chat if you don't mind, if you remember. The one that was missing one of his legs, which numbers did he bring up? Did he bring up mental health? Talking about that? Did he talk about musculoskeletal injuries? Did he talk about mental health such as PTSD and depression? Musculoskeletal conditions such as back pain, joint problem? Did he talk about respiratory conditions such as asthma and sleep apnea? Did he talk about auditory conditions? Number 4, hearing loss or tinnitus. Put the number you remember him talking about targeting and getting rid of, or that you don't need anymore. Definitely no pushback from him. No. Dougie, don't. I have our best interests at heart. I think he's turned politician. Wow. But he's supposed to be representing us. He said how he gonna look out for his veterans. He's supposed to be a preacher telling the truth. Which ones do you remember Dr. Gay talking about that he said we don't need it no more? See if anybody remember. Which ones you remember him saying? Number 1, he talked about PTSD. He said you shouldn't get it until they do everything to help the veteran. They shouldn't get a rating for PTSD, especially 100%, unless they tried everything else. And number 3, he want to get rid of sleep apnea. And he also brought up tinnitus, because remember I showed you how many people got tinnitus? Come on now. I think that's the most diagnosed condition at 10%. He said, "Oh yeah." He said it was perverted. That was the one for the that was perverted incentives to give Chapter 35 educational benefits in Champ VA to your dependents. So when y'all talked about Chapter 35 earlier, Mr. Ryan G would say that's perverted incentive, that your dependents shouldn't get that. Who is he to say that? He said it slick, then start talking about how he support veterans again. I listen. Nobody else told y'all that. I pay attention to all of it. Now listen, tinnitus is at 10%, but this is the most that has the largest number of disabled. I think most service connected thing. I believe most service connected condition. Now, when he ran with a bunch of skin issues and toenail fungus, which are mostly rated at 0 anyway, but he acted like people were making the bank off of it. Yes, he did do that. He was very deceptive and disingenuous. Ooh, H-Town used a big word. Now, and let me tell you, so he'd be talking in that. Remember, if they do away with 60 to 0%, that means the highest you can get for tinnitus is 10%. They'll get rid of your 10% rating. And even my headaches, the highest you can get is 50%. You can't get 100%, so they get rid of that too. So if that was part of your 100%, they combined the rating, would that affect your 100% if part of your 100% was the 50% rating? Wow. This a slippery slope, ain't it? What if you had a whole bunch of conditions and some of them were 10%, 30%, 50%, and they added up to 100% using VA math, but none of them were over 60%. And because all of them, do you lose all of them? You got to watch when these people are talking. I'm telling you. Now, he did attack mental health. He did that for a reason. Because mental health, there's less steps to get to 100%, and they perceive it to be subjective. Well, he may think it's subjective, but he's not a psychiatrist. They don't just give out PTSD 100% or mental health to just anybody for 100%. You understand? So they think it's subjective. If they can't see the condition, like his leg missing, they don't think you should get it. Like the Washington Post. Sounds similar, don't it? Sound like they're reading from a script, right? Farm Girl Rebel says, well, they keep the rating, just not compensate until over 60% or drop them all. You got to watch it. We don't want them to drop nothing. Matter of fact, we want them to give us more benefits. We gonna raise hell. We not letting them slide on nothing. We ain't letting them. Are they gonna cut their VA disability? All them congressmen that get VA disability, you've heard them talk when I showed you. Disabled veteran didn't look like nothing was wrong with them. Tinnitus is not studied, no research that causes it. They don't want to cause it's high frequency noise. Yes, indeed. And we know that's rough. I've had symptoms of tinnitus. Not rated for it though. Sleep apnea, you know why they want to get rid of sleep apnea? They act like it's something that just happened naturally because you gain weight and call people all kind of fat stuff. Listen, we talked about weight gain and how depression can cause that and secondary conditions. And you can get up to 100% for sleep apnea, but he don't want you to have it at all. And it's hard to get 100%. You have to be in bad medical condition. Then they're going to come after that extra money. We're going to talk about it. Family, we've been in an hour, 34 minutes. They going to come after that unemployability, that when you're unemployable. Because remember, when it starts, it's 60%. So individual unemployability, temporary 100%, we're going to use that as an example. You got TDIU, which is a form of unemployability. Let's use individual unemployability and kind of think of that one too. And even for TDIU, you can't work above the poverty level, meaning if you did get a job, you can't make over $15,650. And you have to work in a sheltered environment where if you had a job, they have to make accommodations for your disability, or work with a family where you can work what hours you like. If you don't feel like working around people, they have to accommodate that in order for you to work there. Now, with that 60% rating, remember they're going to get rid of, so you can get it at 60% for one condition or at 70% combined. However, how you going to get it at 70% combined when you're going to have conditions less than 60%? They'll knock them off too. They knocking off all type of people that's getting 100% extra scheduler rating. So with 60%, a veteran is eligible to file a claim for unemployability if one service-connected disability is rated 60% or higher. Now, if you're 70%, you should be all right, right? If you have a 70% rating, but 60 or less, they're going to cancel it. So they getting rid of some people with 100%. So this is a snowball effect, fam. Is H-Town breaking it down? Oh, what about your special monthly compensation? So if you lose that 100%, then you might lose that special monthly compensation. That's extra money because you qualify, because some things you qualify because you have a 100% rating or more than 100%. Come on now. Now understand, there's a difference between being unemployable and unemployed. Veterans must be unemployable, in fact, unable to secure or follow substantial gainful employment. Remember them kept bringing up gainful employment? By reason of service-connected disability. If you can't work because of your disability, how you gonna find gainful employment? What kind of training gonna do that? Now, unemployed is different. They're treating us like we're unemployed, a person without a paid job but available to work. Let me ask you a question. Let me know if you're unemployable, put 1 in the chat. If you are unemployed, you just not you're a person with you're just not available to work. A person without a paid job but available to work. You're available to work. Who in here available to work? Put 2. If you're unemployable, put 1. Let us know. If you're unemployable, put 1. If you just without a job right now, put 2. I'm unemployable. So is Benny. Come on now. What Congress, they need to hear that, because you know they're gonna have their people up in there. Tell them the truth. Now, unemployed is different. That's what they're trying to treat us in Congress. Oh, they not disabled, they're not unemployable. They don't use that terminology, but I do. They just saying you're unemployed. You just need a job because you don't need to feel depressed. I'm depressed because of my military service, not because of work. It caused problems at my work. So they want you to go down to that Department of Labor and find you a job. We're gonna knock you off from 0 to 60%. Find a job. And those of you that lose your 100%. And are you gonna be working with your disability? Hopefully they will accommodate it, and hopefully you can make enough to sustain your lifestyle. Is that realistic, fam? That substantial gainful employment is same for Social Security disability rating. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. Some people might want to work, but here's the problem. The problem is, what if you have back and neck problems and your skill is using a jackhammer, working in work stuff and construction and stuff? And how you gonna work if it's your injuries or aggravating you. But they say go back to work because we trained you. How you gonna train my injury? That's the problem, fam. It could make it worse. And then people like myself and other people, you be butting heads with people at work, huh? You being there arguing with your vehicles. Oh, come on, be honest. Have you ever argued with when you was on that ship, Brother Charleston? Did you ever argue with the equipment? You was a mechanic family in here. You ever argue with the car? Come on, tell the truth. You ever want to go to work on some of the furniture? Go ahead and be honest. If you want to. Now, so these things you end up getting fired. You go try to find a job like they tell you to, but then you get that notice, huh? And they give you the boot. Now, what's gonna happen then? Now you don't have your VA disability, nor do you have a substantial gainful employment. What are you supposed to do then? Be homeless? Come on, family. If I'm talking about it right, let me know. Now listen to what our sister say, Farm Girl Rebel. She just retired, so she know. Trust me, even a job in a chair can become unbearable with neck and lower back pain. Talk about it. I have to lay down on my stomach sometimes. And if you lose a job, you homeless. So what they gonna do for us now? Our brothers say, one, unemployable. Say, yes, H-Town, we sane. Work idiots, PTSD. Boy, you something else. So then we end up homeless because we can't hold a job. So what's the VA gonna do for us then? Give us another job program? Come on now, fam. Is this fair? Why can't we go work for them millionaires on Capitol Hill? Why they can't give us a high-paying job like they did Sean Ryan? He got a multi-million-dollar contract. I'm not a Navy SEAL, but I was in the Army. Why can't we get the hook up? Oh, Pastor Dougie, I'm saying just what y'all said. What he's saying about these jobs. What is he saying about that VA compensation being reduced? Where Pastor Dougie? He hide somewhere? Have you seen him? Have he spoke out on our behalf when they've been attacking us in the Washington Post? They've been attacking us on Capitol Hill. Where he is? Have you seen him? Talk to me now. Maybe they'll make VA homeless shelter. Then we can all have this meeting in person. Ain't that something? That's real talk, though. I know that's a joke, but that's real talk. Wow. And probably charge us $1 per meal. Family. Their talk was unrealistic. Oh, you don't remember he brought up aggravation too. He say pre-existing conditions, which are where you have like flat feet or some condition, but they let you in because you passed the physical enough. But they note that you have a condition like flat feet or something else, right? You might have some vision problem or something, or a little back pain. But when you're in the military, it aggravated, so they pay you for the difference between the normal progression of the injury and the aggravation. They pay you from there to the aggravation. That he don't want you getting paid for that. He say flat feet is just normal. That's not a medical condition. Wow, he sounds like a medical doctor. He barely want to pay for service connected. So for example, when you're dealing with something that's based on aggravation, go back and watch our video with the thumbnail you just saw. When it's dealing with aggravation, you had the condition before you joined the military, but it wasn't bad enough that you couldn't join the military, right? Requires a so service connection based on aggravation. It requires a pre-existing condition prior to military service, okay? And they noted it in your record. If they didn't note it in your record, that ain't your fault. You don't have to provide nothing to them if they didn't note it in your record. Military service worsened the pre-existing condition, wearing those combat boots, jumping out of planes, jumping out of 5 tons, deucing their ass, or jumping around on them ships. Okay, I don't know what jumping y'all do on ships. I just said that. Evidence of worsening of the pre-existing condition beyond natural progress of the illness. So if it's a natural progress, they ain't gonna pay for that part. They're gonna pay you for what the condition did. Come on now. And he talked about, Dr. Gay talking about not doing aggravation. I paid attention to that. That's why H-Town covered all this stuff. The House does not care, just looks at them. Many of them come into the Senate or Congress with little money. They leave multimillionaires. It's a grift. You know it is. Yeah, they're not rich until they get there. Do they pay me for VA aggravation? Jay Oliver in the house, family. Everyone would be 100%. Come on now. Lord, how much? You sure right. If they pay for that aggravation. Jay Oliver says, hello, family. Yes, indeed. They leave wealthy. Yes, they do, Jay Oliver. They saying evening, and everybody showing love to Jay Oliver. Family, we getting into this thing. Aren't we getting into it? And they don't even bring up anything that the women went through or men that have been violated in the military. What about PTSD related to military sexual trauma? Do you think they have a right to grill? They want you to be able to grill you like your commander can grill you in the military. I don't know if you need to go to City Hall. Let me question you first. What you gonna be questioning people? The people in the rank probably be the person that violated them. Now, family, I did say there was 6 things, but it's about 8 exceptions to things that affect the P&T rule. If you're 100% permanent total, right? Total mean you're paid at the 100% rate. Permanent meaning not likely to improve and continue for the rest of your life. Now, things that affect it is the VA gave you 100% permanent total in error, a VA error. If you get incarcerated and you have 100% permanent total, what rating do you go down to, family? Let's not forget that. Let us know. You miss a CMP exam. You say, I'm 100% permanent total. I ain't got to go to no CMP exam. Well, if you don't go, they can reduce you. They say not likely to have another appointment. But if they schedule you one, you better go. I say go get your private CMP exam too, DBQ done. Now, false evidence. If you got the 100% permanent total through false evidence, a new claim, you open up a new claim that can open you up to them looking at your 100% permanent total. So what percentage are you reduced to if you get incarcerated 61 days on a felony? It has to be at least 61 days on a felony. What percentage you go from 100% to what? Now, 20-year rule that if you have it for for 20 years straight, 100%, they can't ever touch it. So it's not likely to improve. Don't matter no more as long as they can't prove fraud. Then no proof of status. Don't lose your paperwork. You may have it 20 years. You say, well, hey, can I get my paperwork? Because I've been 100% 20 years. They say, if you don't have the paperwork, we don't have it. Huh? I know that happened to somebody. In another way, this is dealing with what they trying to do now. Law change. They trying to change the law so we all temporary, in my opinion. Bingo. That's what they got him in there to soften up, to see how we react if we gonna get outraged. They using him as the scapegoat and the Judas goat. Come on now. Would they take that 10% away? Yeah, maybe. We ain't letting them take nothing. We fighting. We want more percentage. We going the opposite way. We gonna talk about that tonight. That's why you want, listen to what I'm telling you tonight. To win your claim and to protect your benefits, You want to focus on what you're claiming, find out what percentages offer, make sure you have evidence that backs up that service connection that you're filing for, that you're focusing on. Then have the law back up that evidence. Then put in a proper request for your benefits. Do it the right way so when they come back trying to mess with you, if they do, you'll already have your paperwork. Now that brings up something else. Let's talk about it. So you need to be totally informed, family. You need to understand that you need a proper diagnosis. Unless it's presumptive, you need a proper diagnosis, meaning a recognized injury or condition. Sometimes you can go to a CMP exam and get it, but most time they won't even schedule you for the CMP exam if you don't have a diagnosis for the injury that you or condition that you are claiming. Number two, you need a nexus. You need some type of evidence that shows a connection to your injury to your military service. For example, because mine is mental health, he asked me about being in the war and where I was at. Because I'm a combat veteran, I was considered a reliable historian. You can tell them and show them evidence, and they had evidence that I was in country, and the stuff I did is documented. The stuff I went through. I don't know if nobody was there when that dude was hollering like that. I don't know. I spazzed out on that one. I spazzed, and that's what kind of got me out. Is one of the Iraqi soldiers, one of our medical, run around with the dude. I said, hey man, don't bring that guy over here. The guy ain't got no arm, man. So it's really so that, that kind of really bothered me and upset, because he was trying to save the guy, and I understand, it just happened. He kept shooting, man. He behind this little, how they have a building, but it's only a piece of wall left, and they return fire. And unfortunately, I sure hate that. I wish he wouldn't have brought the guy over by my tank. Now, see stuff like that. And I had forgot all about that until the doctor wrote it in the paperwork. I forgot I told him. I had blocked all that out, man. Wow. Now, severity. How does the injury affect your ability to work? And severity deals with how it's affecting you now. If you're coping with your condition, the severity level hasn't got worse. And that's going to be your power against what they're trying to do in Congress. Now, know what you're trying to do. The average claim takes about 139 days. Are you trying to get service connection, file for an increase, or you have an appeal that you're working on? Always know what you're trying to do so you can help the people that's helping you. And to be a disabled veteran, as we restated it, to be a disabled veteran, you have to have a diagnosed illness, connect injury to military, and a measure of severity. That's whether it's presumptive or not. You got to have, these are the three, H-Town came up with this. These are the three elements to be a disabled veteran. Come on now. Now, here, the tricky part, what we've been talking earlier, you want a medical opinion versus pay to play. You get people that's going to give you some letter and they haven't looked at your evidence and stuff. The VA going to see through that. So get a proper medical opinion from a proper doctor, not one of these YouTubers or one of these companies that doesn't give you the proper diagnosis. I like what Farm Girl Rebel said, that they walked her through the process, got her with the proper people that were qualified to evaluate and help her or help her with her case, because the other person just didn't know. Wasn't a bad person, that the VSO, she said, he just wasn't informed. Family, we putting that information, we almost done. But family, are we getting into it tonight? Did H-Town break it down? Now, defend yourself. We not going nowhere. We ain't scared. All them the people, they put out all that old crazy information. We defending ourselves, and we're being proactive. Matter of fact, we not gonna be on the defense. We gonna be on one of the big ships like Coastie and Betty Bops, and I forget which one of y'all, MG Smith or J. Oliver. One of y'all's in the Navy too. we going on the offense. We coming at them, huh, partner? We defend ourselves. We not letting them take our benefits. Keep a copy of your full medical record. Keep an extra copy somewhere else. So if the VA ever try to call you up, you have that evidence that got you your benefits to show that you qualify for these benefits. Keep it. And it'll show that you've been having your condition for 20 years, so they can't mess with you no more. Because I know one veteran daddy kept moving around to his children's house, and he lost his paperwork, so they took him down to 70%, and he had 100% for 20 years, but he had nowhere to prove it. And the VA talking about they didn't have the paperwork, and you know they did. Now, it's really hit or miss with VSOs and everything in between, but they want to keep veterans locked in with them or other volunteers and accredited agents. Well, let me ask y'all very seldom talk about lawyers. What are your problems with lawyers? Do you have problems with lawyers? And he said, H-Town, break it down tonight. I'm doing it. Make sure you keep your medical records close by and keep them with your DD-214 in a folder. So when everything ever happened, your daughter, Brother Charleston, your family, Brother Farm Girl, Sister Farm Girl, sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you. Sister Farm Girl and everybody else. Now understand this here. Not only do you keep a copy of your paperwork, why aren't Congress talking about the mistakes that the VA make? Why they not calling us in there asking them how we get mistreated and railroaded by the VA? That's what I don't want you sitting here listening to what the Washington Post saying. Won't you listen to what we saying about how the VA mistreating us? We the victim, and you say you want to be victim. What is the victimizer? That VA. Remember they tried to get me put in jail behind an apportionment. You remember that? Now why nobody want to hear my story? I told it right here. Y'all listen. Government lose papers unheard of. Really, Justin? You better keep a copy of everything. Get a binder. Look, let me tell you something. They need to change this law. Well, this is the one I used on them. No apportionment shall be made. It's like paying child support. I was already paying child support, and they tried to get me to pay, take part of my money out to give for my daughter. And I was already paying. It would have bankrupted me. I sent them this law. No apportionment will be made where the veteran is providing for dependents. The additional benefit for such dependent will be paid to the veteran. Meaning that extra money I get, it goes to me. I just pay if I pay child support, I just pay it. Now, here we go. Farm Girl Rebel says, I spoke with a lawyer agency once. Just wasn't for me. Not saying they don't have a purpose, but wasn't the level I needed. Okay, what's your problem with lawyers, Charleston? Anybody else had good experiences with lawyers or negative experiences? Let us know. Now, look, Farm Girl say, I just needed direction and help filing. You just needed the basics. And lawyers tend to be working with a lot of people. And if you deal with, at least she used the uncredited claims consulting company, but they helped her out. And they were upfront with everything. I got no problem with them. Now remember, I want you to hear this here. For those of you that don't know, H-Town, the only one ever told you this. I found this out from experience. Now listen, 38 CFR 3.450 general apportionments. That's when they separate your VA disability to give part of it to your dependents, whether you're married or not. If they're not living with you, y'all in different places and you're not providing for them, listen to what they say. A1, all are part, listen to what they said, all are part of the pension, compensation, or emergency officer's retirement pay payable on account of any veteran may be apportioned. They could take your whole VA check. the whole check. Did you hear that? All a part of the pension compensation, that's VA compensation, or emergency officer retirement pay payable on account of any veteran may be apportioned or given to your dependents. And that could be your dependent parents too if you're not taking care of them. The veteran child are not, so this is the requirement, may be apportioned if the veteran child or the veteran children are not residing with the veteran and the veteran is not reasonably discharging his or her responsibility for spouse or children support. So if you're not taking care of your spouse and y'all not trying to get a divorce, you just not handling your business, they can go file for an apportionment. Say you out there in them streets. Now listen to what our brother Charleston say. 75,000 dependents lose VA payments in October because of VA lost paperwork. Yeah, we're going to have to cover that. I never did cover that. So did they cover that in Congress? Are they trying to witch hunt them? Did the Washington Post do an ad on that? That's what we need to bring up. And another thing, Congress, Senate, since y'all doing hearings, what about these unwarranted exams that they send us to, submitting paperwork over and over, stressing out the veteran? What do we call when they keep getting you to resubmit paperwork and send you to unwarranted exam? That's called claim what? Claim what? It's claim What is it called? Let us know. Now it's called claim overdevelopment. When you have a fully developed claim, everything they need to make a decision, but they still, you have a public DBQ, you got all your evidence together, you got everything straight, you got a nexus letter, you got all your, but they still send you to another CNP exam of their own. Now, coaches say my experience with lawyers have been positive. I haven't used lawyers. My experience with VSOs, but I only really used one. And he ended up being my friend for life. So everybody has different experiences. So we need to talk to Congress about this claim over development, how the VA wastes its time waiting till veterans pass away before they pay the claim and all this stuff. And what about them scheduling veterans to go in for reexaminations when the veteran is already a permanent rating? And they back in 2023 or 24, they sending them in. Yeah, they were sending them in for reevaluation with permanent rating 60% of the time. Come on now. The Office of Attorney General. And that wasn't it. They be making all kind of mistakes. Look what they did to, now listen, in the PACT Act, tell me this ain't dirty. They did a survey to Office of Inspector Generals, a review what they was stolen back pay and DIC benefits. Listen, that's what I call it. This would say survivors did not always receive accurate retroactive benefits for dependency and indemnity compensation claims reopened under the PACT Act. What happened to the rest of that money? They'd have more money if they wasn't stealing so much, misappropriating it. They can't even balance their budget over at the VA. Where is Pastor Dougie? Now listen, Charleston say, Coach is sorry, I've had lawyers throw me to the wolves, bust to protect themselves. Yeah, that happens sometime. And once you get burnt, it's hard to trust them again. Now, family, I want to ask you a question. Family, we got through that. Family, was that some detailed information, H-Town? We broke down the numbers. Those numbers are accurate and correct. You can add them numbers up and they're going to come up to the total. Is Congress making moves to drop VA ratings between 0 and 60%? Your opinion on this one. All right, I need to know your opinion. Is Congress making moves, in your opinion, to drop VA ratings between 0 to 60%. Do you think they're trying to do that? That they had Mr. Gade, Dr. Gade, say that because that's what they want. What's your opinion? Or that's just his own opinion? Do you think Congress trying to do that? Yes or no? What's your opinion? Put it in the chat. Do you think they're trying to do that? Yes or no? Let us know. Let us know, fam. Is Congress making moves to drop VA ratings between 0 and 6%? In your opinion, let us know. Let me get that out the way. Thank y'all. Now we're going to continue, fam. Now, what you say? Jay Oliver say yes. And Dougie wants to hold pat on your first rating. Okay, yes. And Dougie wants us to hold pat on our first rating. Wow. He's so quiet. Do you think that's by coincidence that he ain't talking? Maybe busy. Now we want to honor Veterans Day. What are y'all going to do? I'm gonna go and I figured I remember I told you I had no way to get around it. That I go pick up. Since I'm a pick up. I'm gonna have some transportation. What are y'all doing on Veterans Day? I'm going to California Pizza. Definitely, I love going there. What y'all gonna do on Veterans Day? Let us know. We honoring Veterans Day. We want to thank y'all, the Air Force, the Marines, Space Force, the Army, the Navy, especially our older veterans. We see that Navy veteran right there. And the Coast Guard. We love you. We thank you. Coastie, thank you. Jay Oliver, thank you for your service. Charleston, thank you for your service, and I mean it. Farm Girl Rebel, thank you for your service and feeding those goats. MG Smith, thank you for your service. And if I didn't say it, Coastie, thank you for your service. We thank y'all so much for what y'all do for us, for our country to say. Benny, thank you for your service, my brother. Thank you so much. And I really mean that from my heart. Rose City D, thank you for your service. Thank you for serving our country. Check one. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being so incredible. We appreciate y'all coming here and taking the time to be here. Veteran 31 PB, thank you for your service. And those who did not serve your family, if you didn't serve your family, thank your family for their service. I really mean this from my heart, because we have to value each other without trying to go in each other, pat each other's pockets all the time. I want y'all to know. So I put this information together because y'all mean so much to me. Didn't I tie it up? And I thank y'all for y'all service. So what y'all gonna do? MG Smith gonna stay at home. Seems like you can get the most food out of Golden Corral with the buffet. But the buffet down here, they used to do it the day before, the Monday before, something like that. Or the Monday afterward. Feeding is better than milking. Yeah, because I asked her what she looked. I asked her what. I'm so embarrassed. I asked her, she got 3 goats. I said, you gonna milk one of them goats? She said she got all male goats. I was so embarrassed. I was, oh God, stand down. Those goats are a hoot. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank y'all, family. Pizza Hut, not Pizza Hut, California Pizza, where I'm going. Try it out one day if they have one in your area. Family, we had the conversation. Anything. Coastie, what's your favorite? Coastie say Applebee's. I think. Oh, hold on. Listen to him. He's indecisive. Hold on. If you had to choose and you couldn't go to but one place that day, Where would you go now? Thank you for your service, H-Town. Thank you for thanking me for my service. God bless you. Thank you, H-Town. You make a great home for us here. Let me tell you, and I'm going to do it till the day I die or until they shut me down. I ain't going nowhere until you get to know me in the word of the game. You understand? Yes. Oh, I love Texas Roadhouse. I'm going to not IHOP. I like to go on Veteran Day. I like to go to, what's that other one? Not IHOP. What's that other breakfast place? I love going there. You get that slam breakfast. What that's called? Somebody tell me what I'm talking about. He say hello to J. Oliver from Benny. Where that place? Oh, I wish they gave some free food. I love Waffle House. That's my favorite. But I'm talking about that other place, Denny's. Oh, I want to do the Waffle House give something for veterans. I bet you they don't. They food too good. Oh, Lord, I love Waffle House. Hercules. Oh boy. You've been Eddie Murphy. Man, we want to hear from you, family. Come on through. We got 2 in 2 hours. We went through a lot of information. Family, this is what it's all about. It ain't just the numbers, because they was hating on them about veterans getting numbers. I don't got no problem with the veterans getting the numbers. Why you hating on them? The Washington Post want numbers too. You hating because everybody coming over here. And I think they got a problem that we're our own reporters over here. Huh? We may not always get it right. They sure don't get it right. Yeah, I said stuff and said about the veterans. I'm letting them know, chill down on your terminology, because you're making the block hot for all us little ones, because I'm trying to keep the word out. H-Town. Hello, and family. Oh, everybody show love to my sister. How is everything, sister? So y'all better talk. Everybody better show love to my sister. You better show my love to my sister, Betty Bobs. I'm acting like, I'm all right. She here. She cool. She all right. Betty Bobs, I didn't mention you but one time. I think about 4 or 5. But anyway, you all right. You all right. I missed you, sister. I prayed for you. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you today. That doggone email, I need to check it, see what's going on with it. But I got back to you. God bless you. Everybody show love. She said we got 21 likes and 18 watching. This is such a blessing. We have Betty Bops in the house. Family, we are here to not just help you when it comes to your benefits. We're here to support you, to encourage you, to make sure you have a family. That's what makes us strong. Because Congress and the VA be having people sitting there watching, but they can't watch us for long because we bring in unity. Then they start feeling lonely and want to be a part of the team. Huh? Come on now. Betty Bob's good evening from Brother M.G. Smith. Then we got Charleston say, Betty Bob's shipmate. Then we got Coasty say, hey, Betty, the fella sailor. Now, Betty Bob's H-Town, the surgery went great. I wasn't going to say what happened, but our sister had a procedure, and I've been praying for her. And y'all wish her well. Thank God for that. Oh, praise God. Hello, Betty Bob's. Now, listen. Oh, Benny had to go all out. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say it. Betty said, hello, everyone. Benny had to go all out. You cut under me, Benny. He say, we miss you, Betty Bobs. Okay, you and Charleston always grandstanding. What about me? Huh? What about what I want? Well, I ain't got time to play with y'all. The weather, how's it where you at? And I hope that weather ain't affecting your surgery, your procedure. Let us know. And then Jal say, recovery mercies. That's right, recovery mercies. Charles say, Betty Bops, Navy strong. Say H-Town, much love. I think she was saying love. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Family, we here. Tell us about that temperature where you at. when y'all get a chance. Now, then we have MG Smith said, I was going to say that, but Betty, she would say I was smooth, but I did miss you. Yes, indeed. That's right. We all missed you. Now, we ain't trying to get your husband be jealous, but let him know we missed you. You mean something to us. You understand what I'm saying? He said, well, who is that guy talking? Say, we go way back. That's what you're telling him now. Tell him that he's going to give me hurt. I'm gonna start snitching on everybody. I say, MG Smith said it first. Boy, I'm dry snitching, huh? Jay Oliver says, 68 cloudy, Louisiana. You better not be laughing with us because you just had your surgery. You don't want to be laughing. We have you laughing up in here. Then 41 clear, PA. And I thank God she came. Look at MG Smith say, yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, I was him first. I'll just follow the leader. Oh Lord, man. Oh boy, I tell you, I'm out here dry snitching. Family. What about the information? Did you learn anything from? And for those that didn't watch it from the beginning, please, I went over the statistics for all the disabled veterans, every last one of them. I crunched the numbers to make sure that they were right. Every last one of them for 2024. This year ain't complete. And how many had a 0 to 100% rating? We talked about how much money they made for each percentage that they pay out every month. We went over that thing. So in Jay Oliver say again, Louisiana is 68 and cloudy. Charleston say it's 41 degrees, clear in Pennsylvania. He laughing. I know I'm cutting up. Coastie say, hold on now. Clear, but clear and cold, brother. You saying 36 degrees. That's pretty cold, brother Coastie. You sitting on that yacht. Now, Benny says 63 degrees here in Sacramento, California. Yes, indeed. MG Smith said 51 degrees and clear, Cooksville, Tennessee. Now, here in Houston, I'm in Richmond, right outside of Houston. It's 70 degrees. You know, we live on that ghost so that thing that sun warms up that coast and that warm air hits this way. Now let's see what you got here. She said I had gallbladder surgery removal. Okay. It feels like I did 500 or more crunches and sit-ups. Wow. Thank you so much. I was too groggy last night to email you, H-Town, let you know I was okay. Yeah, I'll let you get your rest, but I said, I'm going to say something today. And I saw you at email. I said, oh, she emailed me. Thank you all. Yes, indeed. That's cold, 30-something degrees. But that's warm for them up there. You probably walk around with no shirt on. Now, close to them, man, you ever see them people in Green Bay and Massachusetts? They be walking at them games with paint on with 12 degrees or 0 degrees. I'm saying, man, y'all crazy. I used to see that in the 70s. Painted with Green Bay paint on snow. How you do that? Now, Farm Girl say 51 here in Minnesota, but it's supposed to get cold tomorrow. So what are you going to do? Put all the animals in the barn? Do they have hay to lay on? What you going to do? Keep them warm? Do you have some way to keep them warm in there? You have any heaters in there? I know you got to be safe with heaters in the barns. We used to put blankets on our horses. Quilts and stuff. Now, Charles say coasted, always cold. Yes, indeed. Now, Farm Girl say Betty had my gallbladder out a few years back. Hope you heal up fast and back to feeling well. That's what the Congress need to be worried about, listening to our stories. And I know some of them do. Now I can't say no, some of them do. What's her name? Gabby Duckworth. Is that the first name? Gabby. I have so much respect for her. She stands up for us. Now I ain't heard her say nothing out the way, but stand up for us. It's latex paint. And it's sad you got all the men up there and they won't stand. We got one of our female veterans riding for us heavy. So much so Dr. Gadd wanted to speak to her. She was giving him a tongue lash and she walked out on him. She said, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to tell you what we doing for our veteran, what I feel about that. I'm a disabled veteran. You ain't the only one disabled. I'm missing limbs. Better get out of here. She said she checked him and rolled out. Deuces. Now, Betty say 41 degrees, partly cloudy in Maryland. Now, let's see what she's going to do to keep these animals warm. Horses and goats can go into the barn if they want. Now, do you have a little thing outside the barn where, like a little area, a little pen or something for the horses where they can walk out to the pen if they want to? Or you got an open field where them run around? And where they water it, do they have to come back to the trough to get the water, or they can drink it out the lake or whatever? Let us know. We had horses growing up, so I love it. I thought everybody had horses. I didn't know everybody didn't have horses in their backyard. I'm growing up in the hood, that right by downtown. This is crazy, man. They're only in Texas, right? I only blanket my skinny rescue. So that rescue, how's that rescue doing? That rescue, now was that that coat, was that a filly, or was that a young stud? What you got? Colt is just a horse around about 2 years old. Filly is a young female horse. I'm for the other people, I'm just letting them know. Now, Betty, Farm Girl Up say, Betty, you don't have to answer this, but was this an emergency removal? If it was there any gall spillage? So I'm not going to put that on there, whatever you say. Her name, Tammy. Okay. Respect to Tammy Duckworth. We're going to play her part. See, that's why we going over this slowly. I'm not going to put your response up, Betty. If you respond, I won't, but if you don't have to. Now listen what Farm Girl say. Horses can run around outside in the field, but I have water troughs with heaters in them to keep the ice off. Yes, that's what I was wondering. So, you got a mare. Okay. You got a female. Doing well. Now, has she ever had any colts? How many she had? She ever been pregnant? You know of? That mare? Or is she young? Let me know. Yeah. Now, listen. That's straight to her. I'm sorry. Now, family, I want to say thank y'all. Let me know. We've been in here 2 hours and 24 minutes. We used every minute tonight. We didn't slow. We went right into it. Family, if you missed something, you need to go back, because I mentioned other. I even brought them up. I'm not going to bring up her message, because that's between, y'all in the chat, her. And family, did we do it tonight? We did it tonight, family. So I want to say thank y'all for being here, because I already thank you for your service. Family, if y'all got any other questions, concerns, we've been here 2 hours and 24 minutes. We keep it around 2.5 hours. Be doing good. Family, y'all cut up tonight. Some nights y'all chat more than other. I'm so glad. I guess because Betty Bops, we worried about her because she's so committed. When she said last time, I won't be able to make it on Thursday, I was going through my mind, what's going on? Because she be here in the daytime when I do. That's why sometimes I don't be want to do it in the daytime because I want to hold her up. Now listen. Say, awesome. You'll be right as rain soon. I ain't heard that in a long time. Praying for speedy recovery. Let me pray for her and y'all. God, thank you for our brothers and sisters and Sister Betty Bobs. We ask that you touch her with your hand and heal her, Lord. We ask that you bless everybody in the room. God, we're going through different things. We as veterans are being under attack and our benefits, and we have concerns, financial concerns. We ask that you bless our finances and bless us to prosper and to be encouraged, Lord, and help us to be a blessing to each other. In Jesus' name, amen. H-Town, I appreciate you and the good work you do for us. Y'all just make me feel important, man. I mean this from my heart. Now, look, if I'm faking, I'll do to the real person get it. I don't know how to be no other way. So people like, dog, you ain't putting on no, they like, dog, you ain't putting on no fake. I thought they think it's going to be fun, like I'm going to stab them in the end. That ain't how we do. We don't operate like that. We don't, look, my daughter like me. We don't go around hold grudges on people. Now we might hold some grudges, but we don't go around bothering people. You cross us, we ain't going to forget it. Now, we ain't going to forget it. Yeah, we might bring it back and give you a tongue lashing. Depending on how you handle me, I might put the people's elbow on you. In Jesus' name, hypothetically. Betty Bops H-Town, thank you so much. I apologize for being so late. My husband listened to you. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Thank God for your husband. Tell him we thank him for allowing you to share your time with us. And we thank you, all of you that are married, male and female, for your spouses allowing you to spend time with us, because we not changing. We gonna grow. And we're setting the tone. Now, all the people that got, it ain't that many, they got banned. Don't you feel kind of bad? Now they coming after our benefits. You could be in here getting consoled. People think because they get their benefits real quick, forget y'all don't need you no more. Now they scared because they think somebody gonna take them. That's why we got to encourage each other. You understand? We got, as they say, he encouraged himself in the Lord, it says in the Bible. We ain't got time to play. Huh? Time out, as they used to say in that old Baptist church I grew up in, that little old Baptist church. It's time out for playing church. Now, amen from Brother Charleston. Amen from Betty Bops. 39 degrees in Pennsylvania. Stop it, Coasty. He's sending it over there to you. Coasty's sending it over there to you. He's sipping on his hot coffee or something else. Family, please, if you didn't get to watch this whole video, when you get the chance, go back, because we broke it all the way down, family. Didn't we do it? This is what we doing. We dedicated to this thing. H-Town give you information, and I really have to say it. I may not never meet him. I don't know him like that. As long as he talking straight, we good. But Salty Marine is an inspiration to me. If you get a chance to go over to his channel, please do so and support him. He has somewhat of a larger following than mine. And I really want you to support him if you get a chance. Check him out and see if it's for you, because I can't sit down and watch it because he had me crack it up. He just he's like a white version of me. And I ain't got no problem with you being white, brother. Sometimes it seems like he kind of follow me because I say stuff he say sometimes. We think so much alike. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I would have been a white boy, I'd have been him or something. Oh boy, y'all too much, man. Oh boy. Yes, I like Salty. There is Salty Marine and Salty Old Marine. Who is Salty Old Marine? Who is Salty Old Marine? You are talking about Salty Marine. Yeah, I'm talking about Salty Marine because he inspires me because he's standing up too. And he sees it because sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. He said, y'all need to stop doing this here. And I don't like what's going on here. And sometimes I can see things he don't see, and he can see things I don't see. And I like that. I really like that. You know, and y'all see things that I don't see. It means so much to me because I love my family gone. Like, it's just my daughter and my niece now. I had a big family. You know, I got a whole bunch of family relatives. I don't really fool them like that. There's a Salty Old Marine. I want to know who the Salty Old Marine is. And do the Salty Marine, he's salty because of the Salty Old Marine? What's the deal? Come on now. Somebody spill the tea. That means, you know, it's kind of a black term for those. I'm sure y'all know it's culture, U.S. culture. It like tell the, you know, tell the how we say it? Tell the gossip on it or whatever. Spill the tea. Oh man, I'm enjoying y'all. I know why I'm so happy tonight. Y'all been having me working on this since 10 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got time for y'all. I've listened to the Salty Marine. I like him too. And he's speaking up, you know, and that's gonna help us when more veterans do this. I don't want it just to be me. I want it to be us. So everybody doing their part. They ain't gonna be able to stand against us then. Huh? Because I felt like John the Baptist in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gonna do this. Don't question happiness, embrace it. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, you right. And let me tell you something. You know, I don't like that they was talking that they was talking greasy. The what's that thing called? The Washington Post talked greasy about Comeback Craig, questioning his service and what he went through. Man, shut up. We all went through something. Some of them probably some of the most weirdos and got all kind of criminal charges and all kind of stuff. That man served this country. Leave him alone. You coward. How can you pick on somebody when they gone? Leave him alone. Rest in power, Comeback Craig. Thank you for what you did to help veterans. We don't always do everything the perfect way, but we learning as we go, man, you know? Say, I like listening to people who aren't trying to sell me something. Let me ask y'all this. What when you say trying to sell you something, how do you know they trying to sell you something? By the way they talk. How do you know when somebody's when you're talking to especially a veteran or somebody or anybody trying to sell you something? How do you know they're trying to sell you something? They got it up there, buy my course or something. What is it? And why you don't like people trying to sell you something? What's the thing? What are you looking for that don't require them selling you anything? MG Smith say, well, we all know who is sitting on the throne, who is setting the tone for all this. Who's setting the tone? Who's setting the tone? Let us know. You see H-Town? My daughter see this, she gonna get them. Who's setting the tone? We all know who is setting the tone. Who was talking about clickbait from the beginning? Now you got my waterhead going. Hopefully you're talking about me. Who was talking about it? I was country when country wasn't cool. Huh? Huh? Yes, MG Smith. Yes, bootlicks. Yes, indeed. Bootlicks. Buck dancers and bootlickers. Where WP are they getting the information about anyone of okay, now Coasty say he said, Charleston, LOL, you're not that far away from me. Oh, so Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, do y'all share a border? Now, Farm Girl Rebels say, I am looking for more of a personal exchange, not talking about their programs that will get you XZ or Z rating. See, that's what I'm saying. So, because at some point, people gonna get their benefits, and when you got the right tone, other people will help the people with their benefits. MG Smith say he comes straight from the top. Who comes straight from the top? Who comes straight from the top? Y'all know I can't remember who said what. I just like to know what I'm nosy. I want to know what's going on. A right way, a wrong way, a weak way, a strong way, and a Zimbabwe, all to get VA approval. That's heavy talk. Come on now. Family, I want to thank y'all. DJ T. Y'all know I'm not good with initials. Y'all know I should know that. Y'all know I'm not good with initials. But I want to say thank y'all, family, for being here. We covered the message tonight. Oh, prayers. Okay, I got you. Now, and we talked about it, whether they're trying to cancel and start at. Now, Lizzie, say prayers. Now, H-Town, where is the Washington Post getting information about us, like Combat Craig and others? They're going on social media. They're getting information from TikTok. They had a whole bunch of little things, and that's why I was trying to put the word out there for them to be careful what they putting out there. They had like a whole like a menagerie or mosaic of all these different quotes from VA Claim Insider, VA Claim Academy, and CFD. So I told them be careful. That's why I was telling them. And they just putting it out. And it ain't nothing harm. Some of the stuff just harmless. Like, my road to, like I had my road to 100%. They like, ooh, it just sold. I told them my testimony. But they didn't have me up there that I know of. I don't care if they do. But they did dirtbag stuff. Now listen, H-Town, where is the Washington Post? Oh, yeah. They getting it from him. They went to this man's house and took pictures of the stairwell because I guess he had no fence around his house. And they was all letting, and they got the police report. The lady was saying that he was using something. She was too, and there's no proof of that. They didn't say nothing about no autopsy. So they just trying to slander and muddy the name. Snitches, that's all they are. And a lot of lies. MG Smith is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to lure recruitment, to bring back draft, not pay troops. Look at long plan. Yeah, and why they attacking us? Why do y'all think they're attacking us? What are they trying to use us as an example by attacking us veterans that are receiving benefits or working on our benefits? What message are they trying to send to the younger veterans by slapping us around or trying to handle us wrong? They ain't letting them slap me around now. Now, well, even if he was using, that doesn't mean that. What does that mean other than he was struggling like a lot of us vets? Self-medicating, you know what I'm saying? Heck, I was self-medicating with food for a while there. I would drink if I wasn't trying to fight tall guys, so I can't drink. I'd be drinking something if I wasn't fighting tall guys. And this medication is heck. Yeah, and he had him a little lady friend with him. He just chilling. I don't know what he was doing. He was with a lady friend. thank God she called somebody. I hope she could have saved him, you know. That man was minding his business. He wasn't bothering nobody. He was at his house. And they like, look, the veteran shouldn't get this. Look how, yeah, he fell down his stairs in his basement. He was at his house. Leave him alone. I want y'all to be cautious with thumbnails. The people out there, please watch, because they're trying to use it against us because they want to go to witch hunt and you're going to make the block hot. There was a time that y'all could do that, but even when I first came out, you notice I didn't do that. And I was saying, watch doing that. I saw this coming. Do y'all remember H-Town talking about, you see all my thumbnails, all the stuff I showed you tonight, some of this stuff was from the past. I talked about it before the block got hot. That's what we call it in the hood, the block hot, meaning when people bring in unnecessary attention to our area. Family, I thank you, and I want to end and thank God for all of y'all. Betty Bob's healthy, and our sister Farm Girl have been very active. Charleston, we thank y'all. Jay Oliver, I already said y'all names. And to the new people, we thank y'all. We thank y'all, family. And we want to say good night. And until next time, we want y'all to do good. And hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. We'll be looking for at 6 p.m. Central Time. And until then, good night, family.